It's now time for The Morning Show on XL7-TV.
Good morning and welcome to The Morning Show on XL7-TV. I love to get him right off the bat. I can't repeat what I said, but it was funny.
Behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes.
We'll leave it at that.
The Morning Show, right?
Whoop, whoop.
How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah?
I'm good. Now that I got to laugh, I'm doing better.
Got some games tonight, I guess.
Yeah, we got a couple football games. I need to look up and see who's all playing, I think.
Right. Well, Carla said, you up for going to the game tonight? She's down in Benton for a counselor's conference, and she'll be back tonight. And I said, as long as it's with you, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Aw.
Okay, football versus West Memphis West. At home, we've got 8th and 9th grade.
It'll be a good game.
Yeah, two games, 8th and 9th grade.
Good games.
Good games.
Good games. And then tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night, we are at home. Varsity is at home. We are going against, and I would say that, and then I don't have it.
That's okay. While we're
I
waiting
just
on
did the sheet on it, too.
waiting on Scooter, he should know.
Oh, we got Lake Hamilton.
Lake
right.
Hamilton.
Yes.
I probably should know. I mean,
I just did the sheet on it, and I can't remember. Lake Hamilton.
okay. They'll have Steve Ari in tomorrow. You'll have
Yeah, Ari will be in tomorrow.
Ari. Yeah.
Ari. Yes.
Bob does that part.
He does.
Yeah.
And he does a great job.
Yeah.
And, they will be in here talking about everything they're doing to get ready for it and what's going on and what to expect. And
Yeah. Well, I
all
wish
the
them good luck.
stuff.
You know, they started off real good, and somehow it's kind of teetered a little bit. I don't know. Maybe there's some confidence things there. Who knows? I hope them all the best, and we'll be there.
It's still a little
since it's
early,
here.
so they
Yeah.
got time to pull it together.
That's true. That's true. It's not over yet.
It's true. Never over till it's over.
That's right. Well, good morning, everybody. We'd like to start the show off with the morning prayer brought to you by Roller Funeral Home. With all our respect, they have 29 in the state and one in Memphis, Tennessee. And we appreciate them in our time of need when we lose a loved one. And I know we do a little talk about pre-need service. It's always good to have a plan in place, so you can call them at 870-425-2161. And with that, we'll do the morning prayer. And dear Lord, and watch over our country. It seems to be, rife with all kinds of political rhetoric that seems to divide us. And I just hope you would touch people on their shoulders and let them know that we need unity and not division. And if that's something that can be done, I would appreciate it. And this I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Roller Funeral Home, with all our respect. We have talked multiple times about our plans. I know Scooter has an extensive one. His family's going to have to jump through hoops.
That's a show all its own.
That's a show all its own. Anyways, with that, we're going to take the short break and watch Bob and Linda Zadora's neat little commercial of Don't Be Left Hanging.
Ever been in a cave before?
It's our first time.
All right.
Where are you going?
I'll see you at the car!
How will we?
The car! Your offer's been accepted. Ever bought a house before?
It's our first time.
All right.
Where are you going?
I'll see you at the closing.
But how will we?
The closing!
And we're back.
Welcome back to the morning show. That's a good one, isn't it?
It is. I like that one.
It'll be a shame when we see it go.
Because I think everybody can relate to it because everybody's been there.
Oh, yeah.
At some point in time, somebody left you hanging thinking
Somebody's
you
left
knew
you
what
hanging.
was going on, and you're sitting there like, I do not know the next step.
Right. Well, and even not during the process of purchasing something, but after the sale. I've been in sales for 26 years, and more often than not, that's when you're left hanging, is afterwards, if something should happen, you
Yeah.
know? And it's just like, well, I've already sold it to you. I'm done.
Yeah.
And they don't even pick up the phone. So it's,
I've
yeah.
been there.
Yeah, I've been there too. That
And I think
one-
that's why everybody relates so well to it, because
Yeah.
I think people have been there.
Yeah, most definitely. Bob and Linda Zadora will not leave you hanging. I can promise you that.
And we would love to hear your story of when you were left hanging.
That's right. Yeah.
There you go.
Right?
Good idea.
Good idea. Well, let's take a look at the White River. That's brought to you by Bob and Linda Zadora of the Z Team.
Yeah, we can look
It
at the
looks
fog
like a beautiful foggy cloud. I would say a lot of smoke.
on the water.
You
All right.
can't see any of the land.
Here's the zoomed in camera. You can't see.
Oh, wow.
It did move a little bit, so you can see a little bit more. So
Pretty pink and orange rainbow going across the top of the sky there, but that is Cotter, Arkansas. There we go, looking into, it's Marion County looking into Baxter County of Cotter, Arkansas.
now this is a still shot of the same.
That's
same
not live
camera.
with all the writing on it?
This is the same shot. It just was
Yeah.
done during the day, and it was an actually really beautiful day that day.
That's the amazing view that the Zadoras bring to you 24/7 on their website at retiredarkansas.net. And like Scooter's saying, they've got a still shot that's showing this exact view. They have others that zoom into different points, the Rainbow Bridge. Our nice little island there to the right under Mountain Home, you can kind of see it there on the side of the screen. There's one that zooms way into the Missouri horizon that is a Scooter Mountain. Yes, it will be dubbed Scooter Mountain from now on. And then Bull Shoals over there to the left. They're really cool cameras. And like I said, go to retiredarkansas.net where you can find that. Also find their listings if you're looking for a home. They have the MLS listings on there. They are licensed in Arkansas and Missouri. And that's why we have Missouri at the horizon, because if you want to find something just over the border, you can. You can still
And they're
use them.
guaranteed not to leave you hanging.
Yes, guaranteed.
Just want to throw that out there.
Yeah.
They deal with so many new home buyers that they understand that you don't understand the process. And
Right.
they know the little things to remind you about and to talk to you about, and that way you're feeling comfortable through the whole process.
This is true. And I believe that the little bit of fee that you pay because of it is well worth it.
Well, you're going to pay it anyway, so it doesn't cost any more to have a team. So get
That's
the Z
right.
team and have a whole team supporting you.
Exactly.
There's a
Very
difference.
Well said. Well said.
But looking at the shot, that is, like I said, the still shot, and that is the same shot right now.
Right.
So you can see how the weather is outside. It's a little foggy.
You know, it wasn't bad for me, was it for you? in
It
this
wasn't.
one?
It wasn't. Coming in town was fine.
It must be a water thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very good. Well, let's see what the weather's like. Brought to you by Bob and Linda Zadora of the Z Team. In Mountain Home, it's 59. Harrison, 59. Batesville, 58. Yellville, 56. Marshall at 55. Salem, 55. Mountain View, 55. Calico Rock at 59. West Plains, Missouri at 55. Springfield at 60. And they had to mess it up. Poplar Bluff at 56. And St. Louis at 56. So the 50s. I love the 50s.
55-degree won it. That was the majority.
National Weather Radar show.
Just saying.
Just saying. Shows minor activity across the U.S. You can see there's developing in Nebraska, Wyoming, across Colorado, the western part of Colorado. Looks like off the coast of Charlotte, or sorry, I just see it and I read it. North Carolina, South Carolina, they have quite a bit of activity.
You know, I bet if you live in Minnesota, they didn't like your comment of mild because they were getting hit.
What, Minnesota? Oh, I thought that was in Canada. And I
Well,
see
yeah,
here. I
yeah.
see here. It's developed. Yeah, close. Well, I mean, I'm not the best weatherman in the world, so.
Amen.
Thanks.
Where'd you? Amen.
Right. It looks like it's moving out past 10 a.m., so it's not going to be there, but maybe a couple hours. Then it goes into Canada, and I'm not too worried about Canada. They've got their own thing to deal with. If we zoom into Arkansas and Missouri, and it's looking beautiful. It looks like Oklahoma. No, it's up there in Nebraska. Sorry. And that's not even Oklahoma. That's Kansas. Anyway, I'm quite the
Welcome to
weatherman this
Geography
morning.
Today.
Tropical Storm Fiona. Winds 50 miles per hour. Pressure, I don't know, movement. This Guadalupe, Puerto Rico. Looks like it's heading towards the
Well,
Bahamas.
I'm going to cancel my trip.
Yeah, I'm not going. The Atlantic Ocean has some heavy activity moving in. And then, you know, that sometimes can move into the States, Florida, Louisiana seems if it goes into the Gulf.
Yep.
National outlook across the country for alerts. Now, I was seeing this morning. Air quality alert is gray. Then you got this dense fog advisory, which is also kind of a bluish gray. So which one do you think we're looking at? Because you can see in the northern part of Illinois,
fog.
You see, yeah, it's because that looks like the bluish gray in the northern part of Illinois and Indiana, and then the other parts look like air quality alert. Am I correct?
You know, here's the thing.
I think I'm correct.
Arkansas is clear.
Arkansas is clear. We're moving on. 7-day forecast. Today is sunny, high at 84. Tonight, partly cloudy, low at 60. Friday, sunny, high at 86. Friday night, clear, low at 63. Saturday, sunny, high at 88. Saturday night, clear, low at 65. This is beautiful. Sunday, sunny, high at 90. Sunday night, clear, low at 68. Monday, sunny, high at 94, buddy. You couldn't ask for a better week, right?
It's going to be beautiful.
That is excellent. Loving it. Pollen count. Tree pollen today is low. Grass pollen today is high. Ragweed pollen today is high. And it seems to change, so I'm just going to stick with today. You know what I'm saying? Because tomorrow,
you go.
It's going to be totally different. North Fork Lake water levels at 554.66. Level is 2.66 feet above full pool. They are shut down right now, not generating any. Bull Shoals Lake water levels at 659.35. They are, they're almost even, 0.35 feet above full pool. That's very nice.
Awesome.
And they are generating 2.
2.
Now just look at your weather, brought to you by the Z Team, Bob and Linda Zadora. And we appreciate their sponsorship of the weather. They've been doing it a long time.
Don't worry, folks. We're sending him to class next week to do the weather, and he's going to have it all down pat after that.
No. I don't know. It's like you said the other day that I make as many mistakes as the true weathermen, and they get to keep their job. So why can't I?
Sure.
Right.
They make a lot more.
They make a lot more. I'm just reading what they say. I don't have any idea what's going on. All right. Let's take a break, and we're going to come back with some community news.
It's a matter of taste, and at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home, delicious taste is all you will find. Enjoy signature crafted pizzas and appetizers, as well as oven-baked sandwiches, quesadillas, salads, pastas, and desserts. When it comes time to relax or meet up with friends, Brick Oven Pizza has you covered. Handmade cocktails and ice-cold beer are always available at their fully stocked bar. No time to dine in? No problem. Call in your order and use Brick Oven's convenient drive-thru window for all your to-go orders. It's a matter of taste at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home.
Have you ever noticed?
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. While we were at a commercial, I was asking Scooter, have you ever been to Hootin' and Hollerin'?
I have not.
And I have not.
Bob has.
Yes?
He said it's pretty fun. I've been to a lot of the festivals, a lot of the things going on around here. I've just not been to that one.
Yeah. You've been to Turkey Trot, though.
Yes. I've been to Turkey Trot. I've been down to the, used to go every year to the Bean Fest down in Mountain View.
I have not been to that.
Oh, they have their annual outhouse races.
Yeah.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Really?
Yeah. You got to
outhouse
build
races. Now, what are they doing for an outhouse race?
You got to build an outhouse, an actual outhouse.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to sit in it. And they're creative on how they make these outhouses.
Yeah.
One person's got to be in it, 2 people pushing.
Really?
And you race them.
Okay, I've got to go to that.
It's hilarious. And it's their annual Bean Fest. So you go there and they got these huge pots outside. And they're making all these different kind of beans and all this different stuff. And I will tell you that place is packed.
I bet. And
I mean packed. You got people doing music all over the square. Of course, every weekend in Mountain View, they got people playing music on the square. But it's really fun. That's I've been
really
to
cool.
It quite a few years.
I'm going to have to check that out next time.
I've never built an outhouse and been in it, but
no.
There you go.
Well, Hootin' and Hollerin' is starting today. This weekend, the 61st Annual Hootin' and Hollerin' Festival will take place on the Gainesville Square. Festival will feature bluegrass, country, and gospel music, as well as contests of all kinds. Throughout the weekend, visitors can shop at multiple craft vendors, as well as old-time craft demonstrations taking place around the square. Each evening will end with square dancing. My dad used to square dance. Loved it.
I take it you know how then.
No, I don't, but he did.
Oh, there'll be somebody there to show you.
Well, I would have no doubt.
You could go there and
The
learn.
women with the big dress.
Yeah, you bet.
My stepmom would
You
always
bet.
leave in that
You'd
big dress.
You'd have a ball.
Right. Anyway, the event kicks off tonight at 5 with the National Anthem Mayor's Welcome. The quilt show runs from 5 to 7. On stage, the Katie Laney Project performs at 5:30, followed by the Queen Pageant at 7:30. Then on Friday, a full day of events start at 10 with the quilt show, a kids' corner, and make your own ragdoll booth across the Molly's Salon. Musical entertainment would take place on stage at 11 with Come What May, Stringed Union at 4:30, Deborah Bolin at 6, and Isaac Kenneth Band at 7:30. Festival closes out Saturday with a costume parade at 11 and the big float and band parade at 2. Musical entertainment will include Magnolia Wind at 12, McCool Clan at 1, Jericho Gospel Quartet at 3:30, Backyard Bluegrass at 5:30, and Eastern Heights at 7:30. There will also be a cornhole tournament.
Cornhole.
I like playing cornhole. Across City Hall in the morning at 10. Hoot and Hollerin' is free to attend. For more information and a full list of events, visit hootinandhollerin.com.
So you're a cornhole fan, huh?
Yeah, that's going to be real good, right?
I played cornhole, but I grew up playing washers. It was kind of the same, almost same
It is.
scenario.
I played that, yeah.
And I just, what's what I got used to or whatever. Cornhole just seems like a runoff of it.
I think it is. Yeah.
But hey,
it's still fun.
It's still fun.
It's good.
It's still a good time.
Yeah. Well, it's we got time for one more.
Sure,
Okay.
throw it on out there.
Well, it was mentioned the other day, the Baxter Regional Hospital Foundation is going to have their Buckaroo Ball.
Buckaroo Ball, yeehaw.
Buckaroo Ball. This is a Yellowstone meets Mountain Home. Join us for the Buckaroo Ball Saturday, September 24th. It'll be 6 to 10 p.m. at Stone Creek Ranch. Very beautiful out there. Entertainment by Nashville's Jason Cross, sponsored by Arvis Bank. Barbecue dinner, sponsored by Farmers and Merchants Bank. Drinks, dancing, mechanical bull, and best dress. But we got to mark out the mechanical bull, right?
I think they said that
they just couldn't get a hold of one. People aren't wanting to rent them. I don't understand why. That's another story.
Probably liability.
Yeah, dress is country casual or dressy. I mean, somebody's got to dress up as Rip. Come on. It's up to you. Tickets $100 each. Reserve a table of 8 for $1,500. Purchase at baxterregional.org/Buckaroo Ball or call 870-508-1779. It's 870-508-1779.
From my understanding, this is to raise money for all the sport houses.
Yes.
So it is a great cause. You'll have a lot of fun.
Right, and everybody has a great time at these events. They really do. They pack the house. Everybody enjoys it. I think you'll see a lot of the same people doing it every single year.
Yep.
And like I said, it goes to a worthy cause. There's nothing.
It's a lot of
better
fun,
than
though.
that.
It's a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
Hey, we got Dani Pugsley today. She's here from the chamber. She's going to be talking about everything that's going on in this world.
We had her husband a few days ago. Now we'll have.
Yeah, there you go.
Very good.
Yeah, we're just Pugsley week.
Pugsley week. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with more from the morning show.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Are you looking for the best barbecue in 2 states?
Holy smokes!
Want the meatiest fall-off-the-bone ribs?
Holy smokes!
The most tender and delicious pulled pork?
Holy smokes!
The tastiest brisket in the Ozarks?
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering is the only place you need to go. Dine in, carry out, and the best food for your next catered event.
Holy smokes!
We're your mountain home for great barbecue cooking.
Holy smokes!
A higher calling for your taste buds.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Welcome back to the morning show. We are visiting with Dani Pugsley from the Mountain Home Chamber of Commerce. And you came back so fast, I got to it. Jam Fest. We were talking about events that are going to be happening, and the closest one is Jam Fest. So I guess we'll start there.
We'll start
How about
there.
that?
Since you were able to get it pulled up on Facebook, we're going to start there this morning. So Jam Fest is going to happen on Saturday, October the 22nd. Out at Hickory Park, and this is a first-year event for us here at the Chamber. And honestly, where this idea and concept came from, when we were doing our rebranding and the company Magnetic that came in, the first time they visited Mountain Home, they got to my office and they said, "Dani, what is the deal with all the jam?" I said, "What are you talking about?" And he said, "Everywhere we go, whether it's the visitor center or any store, everybody sells jam."
Yes, they do.
And, you know, honestly, up until that point, I had never noticed it before. And then it just kind of became a running joke with us. But we were sad when we had to give up the Friday night concert series this year because we did trade for red, white, and blue. So we wanted to find an event that would still help us get out into the community to celebrate everything local, and that's exactly what Jam Fest has turned into. So it's going to be from 11 to 6 out at Hickory Park. There will be a kids area, vendors. We've already had about 32 vendors and food trucks sign up. There will be live music and entertainment all throughout the day. And we have also partnered with Chris Royer. We're going to be doing the art walk. So it'll be art in the park. And then, of course, there will be a jam competition.
So not all 32 vendors will be selling jam, though, right?
No. It's everything, just, local arts and crafts.
Okay.
Anything local, really.
That's very good. That's going to be fun.
So you got Jam Fest. Let me put this title up there. And then you've got music playing all day, so you can consider it Jam Fest there, too. So
exactly. What's your jam? And that's why, if you notice in the logo, it's actually a little guitar.
Oh, it is. I love that. That is really cool.
We worked with Tim Rails. He's a local graphic designer, and Tim has been great to help us. And you can see the circle actually kind of resembles a jam lid. So We had a lot of fun with designing the logo for this to make sure that it was all encompassing. But yeah, essentially, it's what's your jam.
See if you can click on that, see if it'll bring it
That's
up.
the best part of graphic design right there, is coming up with stuff like that.
Absolutely. So this is just the event flyer, and you can sign up to be a vendor. There is a link on our Facebook page if you want to be a vendor. If you have any questions, definitely give us a call at the Chamber. Ashley is heading up this event, and you can give us a call at 425-5111.
So they still have time.
Still have plenty of time. Yep, we're not going to turn folks away.
Sure.
It's going to be a fun event, and that's what we're excited about. I'm curious too with the jam competition to see what people come up with. I know that there's been some friends of ours that are already getting pretty competitive, trying to come up with the best flavor, and so.
What's your favorite?
You know, I had a friend that did a vanilla peach bourbon.
Oh, wow.
A couple weeks ago to test it out, and it was amazing.
That sounds delicious.
It was amazing.
You had me at bourbon.
Yeah. Honestly, the bourbon was very subtle. You couldn't really taste it.
Right.
And I'm not even a peach fan, but I ate every bit of what was in that jar. It was so good.
Delicious.
Awesome.
Very nice. Well, I have good news. Well, you had good news, but I was going to bring up the good news that we are the 15th largest chamber in Arkansas.
We are. So Arkansas Business recently released their list of top chambers in Arkansas. Out of 144 chambers, we are number 15th. And that is based on the amount of members that we have. So our chamber currently has 580 members, which is great for us. When I first came on board, we were sitting right around 518, 520. And Eric always told me that he had a goal of 600. Mm-hmm. And honestly, I thought he was crazy. But we've had a lot of great community support getting us to this number. But what makes us being 15th so unique is when you look at the other communities that are in the top 20, only one of them has a smaller population than us. So you're talking Little Rock, Conway, Fayetteville, all of these chambers that have a much larger budget and a much larger population. So the fact that our community is, rallying behind our chamber and wanting to support our community,
definitely.
It's pretty exciting for us.
Going up against places the size of Little Rock and Conway, that's impressive.
Absolutely. And another thing that sets us apart from everybody that's in that top 20 is all of our funding comes solely from our members and the events that we have. We don't have a revenue stream. The A&P Commission will help us with some of our advertising, but we don't have a steady revenue source coming in from the city or the county, and a lot of other chambers do. Some of them even have sales tax revenue that will come in for economic development. So for us to be able to do this organically and just having our community support the chamber, support our mission, that's amazing.
Definitely. Well, and I mean, you're talking 580 members. Those are businesses.
Businesses or individuals, yeah.
Oh, individuals too.
Individuals too. Yep.
Yeah.
Anybody that wants to be a member of the chamber, we welcome them. So if you're an individual and you just want to support, absolutely, you can be a member. If you're a business, whether it's a large industry, our banks, our small businesses, our members range, they're all over the place. A lot of nonprofits.
Yeah, very good.
There's a lot of benefits to being a member.
There is.
Let me tell you, there is.
And some of the benefits is all the tracking that you can do now to let people know if they're coming to their business or driving by their business.
Absolutely.
Right.
I introduced some other chambers to that Placer software that you're referencing at a conference recently, and it blew their minds. So then, of course, it was, well, can you track one of our businesses so we can try to sell it to our community? And so I think that's going to be the new trend. But yeah, being able to track where people are coming from, what their spending habits are, how they're getting to a location, what's the traffic counts. I mean, this data, we have to have it.
Oh, it's amazing. Well, and I watched the last show you had done with Bob, and you guys were talking about it, and I was writing stuff down. And like I said, where they're from, where they're going, where they're shopping, the traffic counts.
Where they went before.
Yeah, where they went before. And these are all things that people are like, oh my gosh, I can do all that. Well, that's already happening with these.
It's happening.
It's happening with every website you go to. That's why now that you have the cookies that say, do you want to opt in or out? I mean, this is happening sometimes whether you want to or not, just by downloading a certain app and you give them connection to your phone, they can do amazing things.
And even, and some people have told me, well, I went on my phone and I told them that I don't want to be tracked. Well, there's still, like you said, there will always be something that's going to track you, whether you really realize it or not. So what's happening is these companies like Placer, they are paying those companies to be able to use their tracking data, and then they're selling it to us.
Right.
That's how it works.
Right. But it's not personal data.
No, nothing personal.
It's nothing
I
personal.
have no idea what your phone number is. I don't know who you are. It's literally where you're coming from.
Yeah.
It's where that phone is, the home base where it pings. So I get zip codes that tell me, and based off of, these particular phones or the tracking, like these are your habits. So maybe 10% of them like to go. We've also tracked them going to, a Target in Branson before they came to Mountain Home.
Yeah.
So
it's all a benefit of the members of the chamber. It's
well, and we've had another local business that they were curious. When they had the highest amount of traffic come in, and so we can even pinpoint that to a certain month, to a certain week, days. We know what days of the week they're busiest. And we can also compare them to other jewelry stores, not just here in Mountain Home, but so I'm speaking of Carter's. What was interesting to me is we track them, compare them to like Sissy's Log Cabin in Jonesboro, to be able to see what does that look like. And it's crazy, again, the amount of traffic that we're getting in Mountain Home to where those numbers, you would think some of these larger cities would be getting a lot more foot traffic, and that's not always the case.
Right.
Again, our O'Reilly Auto Parts, which was random to me, top number one O'Reilly Auto Parts in the state of Arkansas.
Really?
Number one, most traffic, most visited. Our McDonald's, our Sonic, Taco Bell, 97th percentile in the nation, not just Arkansas, in the country.
Crazy.
And so when people want to, people always say, well, the lines are always so long. Okay, well, let's think about that. If your business is performing in the top 90 percentile in the country, the amount of traffic that's coming and the demand, you have to have the workers and the people to be able to keep up with that demand.
Very true.
And quite frankly, I don't know if we have enough people to keep up with some of the demand that's coming in here.
You're right. That is definitely right. Well, it's 7:32. We're going to take a short break, and we'll come back with Dani Pugsley, Mountain Home Chamber of Commerce.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Overhead Door, a garage door company that has been with your family from the beginning, through all the ups and downs of life. From the small repairs to making your vision a reality. Overhead Door, your trusted garage door expert since 1921. Be sure you're getting the genuine, the original overhead door service.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home. Scrap Daddy's Metals is a full-service scrap recycling center accepting your scrap metals for recycling, paying you top dollar for all of your recyclable metals. They even buy cars and catalytic converters. Give them a call today at 870-424-6120 or visit them at 2821 Highway 5 North in Mountain Home. At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we are here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we've installed a convenient pickup window for all your to-go and pickup orders, as well as a covered outdoor seating area. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties or big events. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville, close to Lake North Fork.
Welcome back to the morning show. We're here with our guest, Dani Pugsley of the Mountain Home Chamber of Commerce, and we were just talking about it's ad season.
It is advertising season, yeah.
And one of the amazing things is that you still sell paper maps.
We don't sell them, we give them away.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, you sell ads
We
in
sell
the paper.
ads for the maps,
I
yes.
was speaking before I was thinking.
I'm not going to lie. Being a technology teacher before I came to the chamber, I got to the chamber and I was like, why are we still printing maps? Why are we still printing anything?
Yeah.
And I learned pretty quickly why we still print. The amount of foot traffic that we have that comes into the chamber to ask for maps. We have a lot of people that are coming into town, which blows my mind that they're not using technology. There's no GPS, and they want a paper map to tell them where to go and how to get there.
Yeah.
We were discussing before, we were looking at redesigning the map, and to give us more space for our ads, we had asked a couple of our volunteers, what can we get rid of? Some of the text is really small. How do you even read it? And one of them said, well, I have a magnifying glass in my bag. And they do. And I'm like, there we go. That's the answer. But it made me laugh. But I love it. I love that we still, have the maps, and that's just the population and the demographics that we get at the chamber.
Yeah.
And we're not going to change that, until we realize that it's no longer a need. We're going to keep printing them. We're going to keep selling ads for them. Our magazines, we have 25,000 of those magazines printed every year, and every year we get pretty close at giving out every single one of them.
Wow, that's impressive. Well, when I was at the library, we would do the and now I'm going to blank on the word that shows everything that they're doing for the next couple of months. I can't think of what.
The calendar?
The flyer.
Oh, yeah. I have that at the office.
Yeah. Well, you have a wall of stuff at the office.
We have a vault.
You have a vault full, because I came there a couple of times to drop them off, and it was amazing. The whole wall is covered with all kinds of paper flyers and pamphlets and anything you want to know about this area.
Yep.
So there's still a need for it. People still want to have that over this.
Absolutely.
They do.
Yep.
Yeah. So I can see why you still have the map.
We even added, the Baxter Bulletin helped us, and they donated old newspaper outdoor containers. So we now have those in front of our building. So after hours, anybody that wants a magazine, if you want a map, state maps and local maps, and some of our top, restaurants, where to go, what to do, we keep those now outside. So anybody, if are out, on the weekends we're not open. So if somebody wants information.
That's great.
Phone books. Another thing, phone books are...
Those still exist?
They do. I haven't used a phone book in a long time, but people do.
Yeah.
Phone books and maps, and that's it. So right now we're selling ads for all of our members. And again, the advertising, when you think about the amount of copies and the amount of things that are going out our door, all of our magazines are delivered to the visitor centers around the state of Arkansas. We take them to, trade shows. When we go to Dallas, we mail them out. We get a lot of leads. We're mailing out usually 300 magazines at a time, and we do that probably twice a month. So around 600 magazines, maybe more, are going out a month.
Yeah. Well, and you had said over 20,000 maps, right? And you give almost all of them out. And if I've seen the maps.
You would be surprised how many people go through that office. Back when I had the restaurant, we used to keep flyers up there, little brochures, that people can go through and pick out. And they were constantly calling us, hey, we're getting low, we're almost out of brochures. And it's like, I just filled that up.
Yep.
And it's amazing how many people go through there. And if you're a business, you really need to look at becoming a member. I'm not just trying to push that membership, but man, it made a world of difference. We had our business and how many people went through there and got information, not just on us, but everybody else. But it was quite shocking.
Well, and another perk is we only have brochures and stuff in our office for our members. We will always recommend our members first.
Sure.
Sometimes, we don't have a member to meet a specific need, and absolutely, we're not going to tell them, no, we're not going to give you that information. But when it comes to those paper printed materials, it's all of our members. we now also sell merch. So we have our own merchandise. So all of our new branding. So there's t-shirts, sweatshirts. We have brand new bags that we just got in. So that also helps bring people in when you have stickers and coffee mugs and hats.
I was going to say, you got the mugs?
We do have mugs, and we just ordered some new ones. I found a company online that it's all handmade, the pottery, really nice mugs. It's a 16-week waiting list, but I'm really excited to get these in. But yeah, we found that just having that new merch in our office is just another way to get people in the door.
And anything unique is good.
Absolutely.
So I'd like to see those cups you're talking about. My wife would want one.
We are pretty excited to get those.
Most definitely. Well, you have a business after hours tonight.
We do. Starting at 5:15 tonight, we will be at Century 21 Lee Mack Realty. They are celebrating 21 years in business.
That's
so
excellent.
It is their big night from 5:15 to approximately 6:30. Sometimes they go a little bit longer, but definitely get there early. They will have different snacks and prizes and games. Should be a really good turnout tonight at Century 21.
Yeah, very good. And you had an eclipse meeting.
We did.
Which I'm not sure what that is. So
Okay. Do you remember in 2017 when the solar eclipse happened?
Yes.
Okay. So at that time, Arkansas was not in the path of totality, but you could still, see it. Well, fast forward to April the 8th, 2024, and Arkansas is in the path of totality.
That's right.
And that thing is coming all the way up. It's going to start in the ocean. It's going to make its way through Mexico, Texas, go through Dallas, and then bam, it's in Arkansas. And we are in that. Mountain Home specifically is in the path of totality. So what does that mean for us? Well, after 2017, we started doing some homework. This is Arkansas Tourism started reaching out to some of these other communities that went through it. So you're looking at, Casper, Wyoming, Perryville, Missouri. And what they realized is the influx of people. In Wyoming alone,
I didn't think of that.
Their population doubled in Wyoming. They added 1 million people to the state of Wyoming. In Casper alone, their population doubled. So they are already making projections of how many people they think will be coming into Arkansas. So for instance, Pocahontas, adding an additional 15,000 people. I think it was Benton adding 50,000.
Wow.
Hot Springs, they're expecting 100,000 people to infiltrate Hot
I didn't
Springs.
even think of that.
So Mountain Home, you can imagine,
Yeah.
because of the lakes and the rivers and just where we're at, we are easily expecting 10,000. If not, our population will double during that time.
Yeah, I can see that.
And so if you don't start planning ahead,
You're going to be left.
Exactly. Well, ready or not, they're coming, whether you choose to do anything or not. But what other communities realized throughout Kentucky and Tennessee, across the country back in 2017, is that those that weren't prepared, you had massive traffic. You were stuck on the interstate for hours at a time because everybody wanted to pull over and watch it.
Sure.
There weren't enough restaurants were selling out of food. They weren't prepared. Gas stations ran out of fuel, so nobody could get gas.
Dang.
It was like an apocalypse
That is crazy.
going through because of this. And with it being on people are already calling our resorts wanting rooms for 2024. They've been calling.
Wow.
People are coming in from overseas, from Canada. Again, ready or not, they're coming. So we had our first informational meeting yesterday with several community leaders, and what we realized at our chamber is that there's no way that Mountain Home Chamber can do this alone. This needs to be a regional effort. So we have named this thing the Ozark Mountain Eclipse. Hopefully we'll get a website and some Facebook stuff up running pretty soon. But we're going to be partnering with all of the communities that are surrounding us to make sure that all of our resort owners, anybody with short-term rentals, that they're aware too. Raise your prices. It's okay. People are going to pay it.
They are.
Do a minimum stay. Since it's on a Monday, have them where it's required to do, say, even 3 nights, where they come in Saturday, Sunday, Monday, go home Tuesday, to where it's not everybody trying to get home on Monday. School will have to be closed. And that's because Mountain Home will go into totality around 1:53, which means that by the time it ends, it will end right at 3:10, which is the exact same time that school gets out. Mountain Home will be in total darkness for 3 minutes and 11 seconds.
Yeah.
So when you do that in comparison, the Kentucky Derby lasted 2 minutes and 2 seconds.
Yeah.
So we will be total darkness for over 3 minutes. So you can imagine the amount of people. You have to plan for that. So a lot of different activities. We're trying to come up with some different options, maybe even doing packages. If we can get, you can come in, you can stay at this resort, you'll get your Eclipse package, and maybe you want to do golf or you want to go do a guided fishing trip.
There'll be some of those, definitely.
Some of those. We want to try to do entertainment, maybe a smaller festival. But what we realize is that rather than trying to do all of the activities in one location, spread it out.
Sure.
And that's going to help us with traffic and just general, maybe do some...
Because some will choose this and some will choose that.
Absolutely. And maybe have some shuttle options. So instead of everybody in their own vehicles trying to get from point A to point B, using charter buses, school buses to do drop off and pick up. So we're learning a lot from communities that have done this before. I've talked to some communities like DeQueen down in South Arkansas. They've been working on this for over a year because some of these small communities realize they need infrastructure. They don't have the infrastructure to be able to handle an influx of 50 to 100,000 people.
Sure. That's and they call like Mountain Home and everybody's booked up. They're going to go to the next town and the next town until they find a spot.
Exactly. And we want to be at the forefront. We want it to be when they're looking to come to Arkansas and they want to come somewhere for the eclipse, that we want it to be, come here. I mean, this is a huge economic development, impact opportunity for us, because we know that once you get people here, they're going to keep coming back. Because a lot of these people may not have ever even come to Arkansas or come to our area, and they're going to see, all the amenities and all the natural beauty that we have. So to me, you can't beat it.
Right.
So we're going to start preparing, and I feel like we're already a little behind, but we'll get there.
I think you'll be fine. But you're right about that, because, if everything goes off without a hitch while they're here and they love the area, they will come back.
Well, in their, Arkansas tourism, this is going to bring millions of dollars, the economic impact, and just for our community, being able to, again, all the restaurants, gas, all the resorts, if we sell merchandise, solar eclipse glasses, Dr. Rob Connor is helping us with that. There will be a need for them. I kept mine from 2017 because I remember you couldn't get them. If you want to get solar eclipse glasses, trying to order them, good luck.
Yeah.
So we have somebody here in town that's going to help make sure that we have all the glasses that we could ever need.
Very good. Well, it's 7:46. We're going to take another break, and we'll come back with more from the Mountain Home Chamber of Commerce and the President and CEO, Dani Pugsley.
Close to Lake Norfolk and a short journey to Jordan County Line Liquor is your destination for all your refreshment needs. They offer the widest variety of all your wines, beers, and liquors with the cleanest atmosphere and the largest selection in the area. Not sure what to get? Ask Jordan County Line Liquor's friendly and knowledgeable staff for an expert recommendation you can't go wrong with. Also, don't forget about the Smoker's Den for all your smoking and accessory needs. That's Jordan County Line Liquor, close to Lake Norfolk, located on Highway 177 in Jordan, Arkansas.
Ever been in a cave before?
It's our first time.
All right.
Where are you going?
I'll see you at the car!
How will we?
The car! Your offer's been accepted. Ever bought a house before?
It's our first time.
All right.
Where are you going?
I'll see you at the closing.
But how will we?
The closing!
It's a matter of taste, and at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home, delicious taste is all you will find. Enjoy signature crafted pizzas and appetizers, as well as oven-baked sandwiches, quesadillas, salads, pastas, and desserts. When it comes time to relax or meet up with friends, Brick Oven Pizza has you covered. Handmade cocktails and ice-cold beer are always available at their fully stocked bar. No time to dine in? No problem. Call in your order and use Brick Oven's convenient drive-thru window for all your to-go orders. It's a matter of taste at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. Our guest is Dani Pugsley of the Mountain Home Chamber of Commerce. We were talking about the solar eclipse that's going to bring a wave of people, and they're going to eat all our food.
Yeah, they're probably going to eat all your food.
They're going to eat all the food.
But I was talking to Brian Lacerdo yesterday. He was at our meeting, and Brian, if you're not familiar with him, he's local, and he owns Platinum Roadcase Productions. So we brought in somebody that actually knows how to run production for large events. Mm-hmm. But he was telling me that when the ice storm hit, this was before I moved to Arkansas, but Cisco apparently had brought like a semi-trailer full of food and kind of set it out and said, get what you need. Mm-hmm. So I think if we prepare ahead of time and we make sure our restaurant owners know this is coming, that we can prepare and do something similar then. But it's crazy that you have to compare a solar eclipse to an ice storm. But I would rather be prepared and make sure that people have a great time when they're here versus not have enough amenities and resources to take care of them.
Most definitely, because if there's problems, they won't come back.
Exactly. Casper, Wyoming, they were another community that they started adding some infrastructure things before the eclipse even happened. So they completely transformed their downtown area and did a turf area with a pavilion, and that kind of became their base camp. So a lot of communities have to get pretty creative with where they want these people to go. Because, if you don't start planning it, they're just going to start popping up, putting tents on the side of the road.
Yeah. When you talk about people coming here with RVs, and they'll just rent out somebody's land.
They will.
And park on the land.
There were people that were telling us, too, that they were renting out their homes, their own homes. And if they had an RV or if they had no desire to stay put, they were leaving, basically, renting out their own homes because they could essentially get their mortgage payment for the month out of just a few days of renting out their house.
That's amazing.
It is amazing.
This is something to think about.
Yeah.
Do I want my payment to be made this month for 3 days?
3 days.
That would be awesome. That'd be real good. Anyway, well, we've touched on a lot of things. I watched the past shows, and we're running out of time, but there was something that I went through that I'd seen on the website, the leadership program.
Leadership, yeah.
And I really enjoyed that. I had a lot of fun. We started that off with the local ropes down in Mountain View, and we visited so many area businesses. We went to the sheriff's office and did a mock crime scene.
Yep.
And I was actually the lead detective, totally messed it up, where I was letting suspects go into the crime scene, and the cop comes over, deputy, and he says, "You're not supposed to let them in there." And I was like, all the crime shows I've watched over the course of my life, and anyways, the leadership program. Tell people what that's about.
So we have revamped the leadership a little bit. So we still do those programs. The sheriffs, tomorrow is actually our leadership day, and it's education day. But right now we have 14 members of our leadership group, and they are from various businesses throughout town. We've changed it to where we now start in March. And we do an overnight retreat. Now we do it here locally, and that gives everybody time to get to know one another. Food and drinks, just more of a relaxed setting. And then every month we do different activities. Like you said, they have the Sheriff's Department Day where they go out to the gun range, they shoot guns and ride in helicopters, have a great time. We do economic development, community involvement. We're out at Bomber Fest last month. In November, we will do an overnight trip to Little Rock. Last year, it was jam-packed. We went to the Arkansas Economic Development Commission. We went to the Governor's Mansion and saw the Christmas lights. We went to the Capitol. We went to Little Rock Central, did an escape room. You name it, we did it. And then they graduate in January at our annual banquet. But it's just, what's been interesting to me, and especially as somebody that, I had been here 11 years last year at the time, going through leadership with them, there were so many things that I realized that I didn't even know or had never seen. We went to the 911 call center, and just some of these little behind the scenes things that go on when you live here and it's your day to day, you're oblivious to it.
You are.
So it's neat to see people that have lived in the community for a long time, or people that are brand new to our community that don't know much about Mountain Home. They don't know what we have to offer. So just like tomorrow, they're getting education day. So they will go to central office and they'll talk to Dr. Long about all the different programs and things that are offered in Mountain Home, which still blow my mind.
Yeah, it is amazing and growing.
And then they go out to the college and they'll get to experience the tech center. They'll get to go to the sim lab and do some of those fun programs.
Yeah, which is growing.
And again, it goes back to our kids are so extremely fortunate to where any student that graduates from Mountain Home High School can go to school at ASU Mountain Home for 2 years for free. You pay your books, any fees, but the rest of it can be taken care of. Knowing that when they're still in high school, now you have the opportunity, there's that partnership with the hospital. You can, graduate with an LPN, or you can become a dental hygienist, and now the boat marine manufacturing. This, for a community our size and the opportunities that we have for these kids, it's great for the chamber because it's economic development, workforce development. We are essentially growing our own. And so a lot of smaller communities that have a high elderly population or retirement population, you see a lot of out-migration, meaning these kids will graduate, they leave, and they don't come back. So Mountain Home is trying to figure out, well, what can we do now to make sure that these kids come back? Recently was looking at some numbers, and 32% of our population is above the age of 65. They're at that retirement age.
I can believe that,
we are the highest in the state of Arkansas.
We've always been known as a retirement community.
We have been, but you're seeing a lot of younger people coming back, stepping up, and now that we have some of these opportunities, they have a reason to come back and they have a reason to stay.
And that's the big factor right there is employment opportunities, because some would say there's not a lot of employment opportunities.
And it's not just employment, career opportunities.
Career opportunities.
You got more, even at a younger age, they're looking at getting into a career and not just a job to get them through. They're wanting a career. They're wanting something they can stick with.
Well, I would challenge, any people that say that too, to look at the amount of internship opportunities that now the high school offers. There are so many local businesses that have opened their doors to any high school senior that wants to just come test it out. See if this is for you.
That's good.
Kathy Beckham is always looking for businesses that are willing to, help out. But that's what it's going to take. Just like this summer, Tobias and I both had the Dewey sisters in our office. Leah was at the hospital, Lauren was with me. I don't know many 19-year-olds that feel comfortable to get on a phone and ask people for money, which she was doing for Red, White, and Blue. She was out in the community, and to me, that's priceless, because if they build these connections now with our community members, they're going to come back when they graduate, and it's, I already know you, I have a relationship with you.
Makes a difference.
It makes a difference, and you haven't, there's a higher chance that they're going to be hired on.
Yeah, very true. Well, and you were talking about Northwest Economic Development District.
Yes.
You're a part of a conglomerate from here over to Northwest Arkansas.
Yep.
That their core function is to bring money to Arkansas, to bring...
That's right.
Yeah.
So myself and Mayor Adams and Judge Pendergrass, we all serve on the board for the Northwest Arkansas Economic Development District. And it is a little weird how they have, mapped everything out that we are in that district with Fayetteville and Northwest Arkansas, but it stops at Baxter County. So we go to the meetings and just try to figure out what all is going on, what programs are coming. I was asked to go to Eureka Springs next month to speak on the workforce development needs here in Baxter County. So more than anything, what has really amazed me are the amount of people that now know about Mountain Home. They know what we're doing up here. For so long, you would ask somebody in Little Rock, what do you know about Mountain Home? And they would tell you nothing. Well, in the last 3 months alone, we've hosted the commissioners for tourism, the commissioners for economic development, and ASU Mountain Home hosted all of their board. It's a lot of really important people coming into our area in a short amount of time. So again, now we can go to Little Rock and we can go to these conferences, and it's, you're from Mountain Home. We know exactly what you're doing, and they're calling us for help. That's the greatest feeling to me, when people realize what you're doing, they like what you're doing, and they want to replicate it. Absolutely, I'll help whoever calls my office.
It's a team effort.
Absolutely.
That's right. all across the state. On the last show, you had talked about how you'll call other chambers and get ideas. You'll bounce ideas off of each other.
You have to, especially in this world. I feel like there's some days where I still don't know what I'm doing. But I've made some really good friends from Conway to Paragould, Batesville. And yeah, if I have a question, even if something as simple as our leadership program, I called Batesville because they had a really fun activity. What are you doing? How did you do it?
Yeah.
Or Paragould, how are you getting the money to do all of this? But we do, and we see each other quite often. And so, yeah, it's always bouncing ideas.
Very good. Well, we appreciate you coming onto the show and
Thank
telling
you for
us all
having
the
me
new
this morning.
things. Yeah.
A lot of good things, but remember to come out tonight to Century 21 for
That's
business
right.
after hours.
Business after. What time was that start?
5:15.
5:15. And this will be the one across from McDonald's?
Correct.
Okay. Well, we appreciate you all watching, and tomorrow we'll be back with Bob Rechtenwald in sports, and we'll have Bob Zadora and This Week in Real Estate. Steve Irie will be here to talk all things sports. So thank you for watching. Everybody have a good day.